You probably heard of VS Code extensions like Live Server, but in this video, we're going to go extremely beyond that. So VS Code extensions are the best thing about using. Perfect. If you're not using them, emotional, damn it, you might as well be using Notepad or Sublime Text. VS Code extensions can get really complex from here, from basic syntax highlighting to debugging, catching errors, and much more. In this video, we'll look at 10 Visual Studio Code extensions that are complete lifesaver. So the first one we have is Live Server. What? I did say we are going beyond that. So to go beyond it, we have to start from it. Okay. So first of all, we'll make an index.html file. Just had a body tag because Live Server is not possible without the HTML document. So what we do is I will click on Go Live here. Allows us to run a live development server, such that when we make any kind of change, such as H1, this is a weird kind of change, and we save this, we should see that change in the browser. Okay, if we add 2 to it, save it, we see that here. We don't have to refresh it by ourselves. So the next one we have coming in at number 2 is Prettier. Messy HTML, like this is our messy HTML with spaces, everything. And I know some of you code like this, so to convert our messy HTML like this into this. And one other thing, make sure to add format on save. Another thing when you have to go when installing Prettier, format on save. So now let's talk about one that you don't know. Coming in at number 3, we have the auto rename tag. Now this one is an absolute lifesaver. So HTML tags are very annoying to work with. So one especially thing I hate is that if you're working with a lot of HTML tags and you're making a mistake, I want to change to a H3, you have to change this and the other one doesn't change. And if you're working with React, this will just quickly give you an error before it comes back, so we'll have to change like this. But this is very, very slow. So if we come to the auto rename tag, so you should just search for auto rename tag. So I'm just gonna enable this, and if I enable the auto rename tag and I want to change this for my H2, really nice. And if you're working with a lot of HTML tags, this is going to be absolutely a joy to work with. So we can change this to a H3 instantly. We can change this to an H3 instantly. We can come here to a button and change this to an A tag, for example. Now, so amazing stuff. So make sure you get this one. So the next one is for people who essentially work with Tailwind CSS. So if you work with Tailwind CSS, you cannot do without this extension. In fact, I don't even know what you are even doing with Tailwind CSS.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Okay, so the next thing is to take our ugly looking file structure from this to this using, coming in at number 5, the material icons theme. So you want to search for the right material icon theme to download. Using React, you're going to need the React extension. If you're using Svelte, you're going to need the Svelte extension. If you're using Vue, you're going to need the Vue extension. If you're using Angular, you're going to need the Angular extension. So coming in at number 10, we have Console Ninjas, which allows us to view our console.logs inside Visual Studio Code. This can help us catch a lot of errors much faster. Coming in at number 11, we have the To-Do Highlight extension, which is used for highlighting relevant things when you are coding. Next one might replace you in the nearest future, but coming in at number 12, we have GitHub Copilot. It is used for adding a next level developer intelligence. If you work with Git a lot, you are going to need the Git Lens extension. The Solidity extension is a must-have for all present and future Web3 developers. Last but not the least, the IntelliSense extension makes you to forget CSS class names.
Payback time. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. A favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here.